from the Warhammer community website, it was just revealed about some new changes coming with the new Death Guard Codex. So in today's video, I'm going to go over them. We've got new Plague Marine rules, Possessed being super overpowered, which I'm going to get into later, and also some more confirmation on Demon Engine rules and the Defiler basic stat line. So first up, we have Plague Marines. It's got changes between the old and the new one. Now, the most important change here is, of course, +1 wound, although, of course, we did already know that was coming. But in addition, +1 attack. Now, this is going to be extraordinarily powerful because +1 attack, we don't know whether Hateful Assault will still be a thing because lots of things are getting attacked, so they could reduce Hateful Assault, or not reduce it, you can't really do that, but they could remove Hateful Assault. And so although it does have 2 attacks, if they do remove Hateful Assault, that's not going to make it too great, although even if they do, it's still going to be better than it was before, because of course if you are charged, then you combine it with the Foul Blightspawn's ability to make it so you fight first when you are charged effectively. Doing that with some Flail of Corruptions is going to be quite nasty and just going to make your Death Guard army even more unkillable. And if it does still combine with Hateful Assault, I can't even think how scary having these with Flail of Corruptions are going to be. You could have 3 attacks, so 6 attacks with flails per squad of 5. You could literally just rip apart tanks. It would be absolutely ridiculous because, of course, that's 63 attacks, so an average of 12 attacks. And you don't even want to get started on how much damage you'll be able to do. So Plague Marines certainly getting big buff, although they probably are going to go up quite a bit in points. However much they do go up in points, with the Flail of Corruption combinations and the fact they're super resilient, it's still probably going to be worth it to have in your list. Now, next up, Possessed. Possessed aren't usually a thing that you think of when you think of Death Guard, because they're basically the same as the Chaos Space Marines Possessed, but you don't get the same buffs and stuff that you do get with the special, different legions, or whatever you want to call them. But they have had some special Death Guard additions to the Possessed. Now, notably, their Horrifying Mutations, their normal weapon, is now a Plague weapon, which basically means it will be able to do more damage because it can re-roll failed wound rolls of 1, or if you've got Arch Contaminator, all failed wound rolls, which is, of course, going to be quite useful and will make a Death Guard Possessed bomb a much more viable strategy. Of course, like you have with Chaos Space Marines, where you have a big bomb of them, put on tons of buffs on a squad of 20, and it gets quite scary. Now, in addition, they get an extra point of toughness. Now, that's certainly going to be very useful, because if we go to, like, Wikipedia, and 140k, factions, Death Guard, Possessed, they already are, if we just have a quick look over here, they're already at toughness 4, so that's T5, and so strength 5, toughness 5, and of course if you use the psychic power that gives +1 strength and toughness, that's then strength 6 and toughness 6, and you don't really want to know how powerful that's going to be. And I'm assuming if they're making these more nurgly, they'll also be able to benefit from disgustingly resilient, providing that's still a thing, because there have been some rumors on that, but there's nothing to back them up about disgusting resilient changing or being removed. So I'm going to assume this will still be a thing. So if you use the psychic power, strength 6, tough 6, 20 possessed, that's then going to be scary. Rerolling all failed wound rolls. You get the impression you will be able to yield possessed bombs with Death Guard, so certainly watch out for that. And I would probably get a few possessed in preparation for the new Codex. Of course, just get it when the Codex comes out. Now, last off, there's a bit on Demon Engines. So, of course, we're now 100% confirmed that they are going to be hitting on 3s, because, of course, as I mentioned in the last video about the leaks, the Mythic Blighthauler and the Photo Bloat Drone both hit on 3s, which was extremely useful, although because they were leaks, I wasn't 100% sure that those were true. But now we've got confirmation. Defilers are also hitting on 3s. Therefore, all Demon Engines going to be hitting on 3s, so think how nasty that's going to be for Plagueburst Crawlers. Of course, Mythic Blighthauler's hitting on 3s with the extra shot with the Multi-Melter. That's also going to be extremely scary. And the Defiler has more attacks as well. That's pretty neat. The Fatal Bloat Drone, I think, did also have an extra attack. So that is also likely a Demon Engine thing. Not that that benefits any of the other Demon Engines like the Plague Burst Crawlers. But it's still quite nice to know that it's got some really good stuff. Although it does, of course, have brackets. So it will go down the brackets. But of course, what do you expect with a 14-winged vehicle? So Defiler is going to be, I don't think, necessarily much better than the other Demon Engines, but basically in general all of the Demon Engines are going to get better, particularly if you combine them with all the Wars of Spider rules and everything. They're certainly going to be quite nice for the army. So that's about it for today's video. Make sure to subscribe with notifications on if you want to find out about any other Death Guard news about the new Codex as soon as it comes out, because they said we'll be taking a closer look at the army-wide special rules for Death Guard before their codexes comes out. So yeah, hopefully I'll have lots of things to make videos on, lots of news. Going to be quite exciting. And army-wide special rules, I certainly like the sound of that. Just going to leave that one out there. Comment what you think that means in the comments down below. Could they have like special rule across the whole army like the Chaos Space Marines factions do, or will just Disgustingly Resilient turn into an army-wide rule? I don't know. Hope you enjoy. Make sure to like and subscribe, comment your opinions down below. But for now, bye.